The different types of ADHD. Which one do you have? 1. Inattentive type ADHD, the daydreamer. Losing focus is something everyone experiences occasionally, but for those with inattentive type ADHD, it feels like a constant uphill battle. You're in a conversation, nodding along, but suddenly your mind drifts. You're thinking about dinner, a past mistake, or absolutely nothing at all. The person talking notices your distant gaze and asks, "Are you even listening?" That sting of guilt hits because you're trying, but your brain slipped away. Starting tasks is easy, but finishing them? That's another story. Laundry gets washed, but not folded. Emails get half written. You open a new tab to check something important, but end up scrolling social media, forgetting why you opened the tab in the first place. Keys, wallets, phones. Everyday items vanish like magic, only to be found hours later in absurd places like the fridge or under a pile of papers. These small lapses pile up, creating an overwhelming sense of chaos. Appointments are missed because you simply forgot. Deadlines sneak up and pass, leaving you scrambling. Your workspace is cluttered with half-done projects, and that visual mess reflects the mental clutter you feel. Friends and coworkers may misinterpret your spacing out as disinterest or laziness, which strains relationships and chips away at your self-esteem. You start believing you're unreliable, even when you care deeply. The frustration of knowing you're capable, but struggling to show it can lead to anxiety and burnout. The good news is, you can work with your brain's unique rhythm. Start by externalizing your memory. Don't rely on your mind to hold everything. Your phone's calendar is more than an app. It's your personal assistant. Set alerts for appointments and tasks, even small ones like take out trash. Use multiple reminders, an alarm for 30 minutes before a meeting and another 5 minutes before. Sticky notes in visible spots can anchor your focus, like keys here by the door. Visual cues are your best friends. Break tasks into micro steps. Instead of clean the house, write pick up clothes or wipe kitchen counter. Completing each small action gives your brain a dopamine boost, keeping motivation alive. If your thoughts wander mid-task, gently guide them back without self-criticism. Curiosity can help. Ask yourself, what's my next step right now? Keeping a brain dump notebook is another game changer. Jot down random thoughts when they pop up, so they don't hijack your focus. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. 2. Hyperactive impulsive type, the energy ball. Sitting still feels like torture. Your foot taps uncontrollably under the desk. Your leg bounces during meetings, and your fingers drum against the table even when you're not aware of it. It's as if your body is wired to move constantly, and any attempt to stay still builds pressure until you either explode or lose focus entirely. Conversations are tricky. You have thoughts racing so fast that waiting your turn seems impossible. Before someone finishes their sentence, you've already jumped in with your idea, not because you're rude, but because you fear you will forget what you want to say. You blurt things out impulsively, sometimes saying something you instantly regret. At work, this can come off as disruptive, while socially, it can lead to awkward moments or hurt feelings. You may catch people sighing or rolling their eyes, and that sting of being too much lingers long after. Relaxing feels almost impossible. When others unwind with a movie or book, you're shifting positions every few minutes or checking your phone because sitting in stillness makes you restless. Even during downtime, your mind races, planning the next task or worrying about unfinished ones. This constant energy can make structured environments like offices or classrooms feel like prisons, leading to poor performance or burnout. Relationships can suffer too. Partners may feel unheard or overwhelmed by your quick reactions. The key isn't suppressing your energy, but using it wisely. Movement becomes your ally. Standing desks can transform your workday. Alternate between standing and sitting to prevent that caged feeling. Small walks during breaks reset your focus. Even a lap around the room can clear mental fog. Fidget toys aren't just for kids. They provide subtle movement without disrupting others, keeping your hands busy while your brain stays engaged. Try chair exercises, stretching your legs under the desk, or rolling your shoulders. These small actions can discharge excess energy without drawing attention. When conversations feel like a battle against interrupting, hold a pen or object in your hand. Squeezing it lightly can serve as a physical anchor, reminding you to pause before speaking. If thoughts pile up during a discussion, jot them down on paper. It allows you to park your ideas without derailing the flow. Physical outlets outside work are crucial. Sports, running, or dance can channel that inner engine productively. You don't need to silence your energy. You need to guide it. 3. Combined type, the best and worst of both worlds. Living with combined type ADHD often feels like being pulled in opposite directions at the same time. Your mind is racing with ideas, exciting, creative, and full of potential, but somewhere between inspiration and execution, everything falls apart. You jump into projects with enthusiasm, convinced this time will be different, only to feel your motivation fizzle out halfway through. The same pile of unfinished work stares back at you days later. Mid-conversation, your brain skips ahead, and suddenly you forget your point entirely, leaving you searching for words while others wait. You might hyper-focus on something for hours, whether it's work, a hobby, or researching a random topic. But then, when the interest fades, even the simplest task feels like climbing a mountain. That unpredictable switch between being unstoppable and completely stuck can leave you feeling out of control. Daily life becomes a maze of half-done chores, forgotten deadlines, and scattered plans. You start a workout routine, but quit after 2 weeks. You clean your room one day, then let it pile up for months. You promise yourself you'll organize your schedule, only to abandon it within days. These patterns chip away at your confidence. You begin to wonder if you'll ever follow through on anything, leading to guilt, frustration, and a growing belief that you're not capable. When the truth is, your brain simply works differently. The key is building systems that catch you when your energy dips. Breaking tasks into small, manageable steps is crucial. Instead of write a report, start with open the document or write the first sentence. Each micro step lowers resistance, giving your brain a quick win and building momentum. Visual progress trackers, like checklists or habit apps, help keep your scattered mind rounded. Body doubling is another powerful tool. Working alongside someone, even virtually, creates accountability and prevents drifting off. This person doesn't need to help. Their presence alone keeps you focused. Set short, timed work sessions with breaks. Knowing a pause is coming prevents burnout and helps you push through mental fog. Your brain thrives on stimulation, so lean into that. Alternate between tasks to prevent boredom, and reward yourself after completing difficult ones. It's not about forcing your mind to fit a mold. It's about designing your day in a way that works with your unique rhythm. ADHD and procrastination, the never-ending cycle. You know what needs to be done. The deadline is approaching. The task is sitting right there. But instead of starting, you scroll through your phone, reorganize your desk, or suddenly remember that the laundry needs folding. Hours slip by, and the pressure grows. You tell yourself you'll begin in 5 minutes, but that 5 turns into 30. Before you know it, the day is gone, and the task is untouched. Guilt creeps in. You feel lazy, irresponsible, like you're letting yourself and others down. The more you delay, the heavier the task feels. What started as a simple email reply or a work assignment now feels like climbing a mountain. You promise you'll start early next time, but the cycle repeats. The last-minute panic eventually kicks in, adrenaline pushes you into action, and somehow you get it done, barely. But the quality suffers. Rushing leads to sloppy mistakes, forgotten details, or incomplete work. Even when you pull it off, the stress drains you. That "I made it" relief quickly turns into exhaustion, and the pattern begins again with the next task. Over time, this cycle of avoidance and frantic catching up creates deep anxiety. You begin each day feeling behind. Small responsibilities pile up into an overwhelming wall, making it even harder to start. You might miss opportunities because you waited too long, or damage your reputation at work as the one who's always late. Relationships can suffer, too. Friends or partners may view your delays as carelessness when, in reality, you care deeply but feel stuck. The good news is that breaking this cycle is possible, and it starts small. When you notice that first wave of resistance, the urge to put something off, try the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Reply to that message, book the appointment, or put the dishes in the sink. These quick wins reduce mental clutter and build momentum. For larger tasks, commit to just 5 minutes. Tell yourself, I'll work on this for 5 minutes and then I can stop. Starting is often the hardest part. Once you begin, momentum usually carries you forward. Break intimidating tasks into micro steps. Instead of write report, start with open document or write 1 sentence. Removing the pressure to finish shifts your focus to progress. Visual timers can also help. Set one for 10 or 15 minutes, creating a sense of urgency without feeling overwhelming. These small shifts rewire your relationship with tasks, showing your brain that action feels better than avoidance.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, we prepared the next video especially for you. Click here to watch.